What's going on, guys? Uh, Today was a red day. It was just a tiny red day. Nothing too crazy. Uh, Took a couple trades today on two different stocks. AIM and the other one was. Hang on a second. Let me figure out which one it was here. Dun, dun, dun. Man. Oh, yeah. SFET. Had one good trade, and then I don't know. It wasn't bad, but I guess one thing I did really do good at was calling out exactly where this was going in the beginning. And I'll explain myself why on AIM. So this morning, I was looking around, didn't really see much, but I seen this. So I just want to show you what I had. What I had here. So I said I'm looking to short AIM. Price target is 224 to 230. And I'm looking to short vvus. Both have to hold up somewhat in the pre-market. If 273 cracks on vvus, it goes to 240 to 210, so on and so forth. And then like right here, I even this is my price target, 224 today on AIM. And then right here, let's see here, this 273 level was a big level. And I didn't get to trade vvus, obviously. If you didn't see it, it literally just tanked. But that 273 was a huge area, and I'll show you why. But yeah, I was just looking at what I put out this morning, and if you're someone that likes to scalp stocks, 10-20 cents, and you're done for the day, AIM would have been a great trade for you. But that's not how I trade. Sometimes. So let's break down AIM. So this morning, let's see here. I just want to show you the timestamp on this. So that was at 5:17 a.m. Central Time. So this morning, I was saying my price target is 224. So that's what I thought the stock's going to get to. And right away this morning, it started selling off pre-market. And I'm like, well, if it goes to 225, it literally have to bounce, come back up, and then I'd look to short it. So I was really interested in this 250 area because then you're only risking 6 cents. And then, if it goes above that, you can cut the trade or do whatever you want to do. I usually like to play a lot of support and resistance. So I got short on AIM right here. I think it was like 240, 241. And I could have covered right here, 226. But this is what got me. I said this morning my price target, but I thought we'd crack this 225 area, this 225, 224 area, and it didn't. And then it came up here and retested the previous day close, as you can see. So I held my position. I'm like, okay, as long as we don't break this and hold this as support, I'm going to continue to hold, because I thought we could get back to 225, and I thought we could go even lower. But that's not what happened. So then we came up, got to this 250 again, huge resistance, and it cracked back down. So it came back down to 236. Once again, I could have took profit. Didn't do it. And then it started trending up. Right here, when it broke this 256, I didn't have a hard stop in. And it rips I mean, yeah, it wasn't. The volume was definitely picking up, but I knew this $3 area was a big resistance. If you look at previous day, this 310, and right here at this $3. I mean, this went from $3 to 266. So that means that this 310, if it cannot crack 310, where does it go? It comes back. Where does it come back to? 266. So I let it come up here to 295, and I waited for the first pullback, and we started making higher support. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see how it does when it retests this high, and then breaks this high. I'm like, all right, I cut the trade. So I lost out on that trade, and then it came back down, and then when it came back up, I re-shorted it, and then looks like I covered, and then I shorted again, and then I ended up covering in the 290s. So if I would have took my profits right here, 225, I mean it's only 15 cents, but I didn't listen to my own self. I called it at 5 o'clock this morning, like, hey dude, this is, if it hits this at 225 and it cannot break 225, it only goes higher. I didn't listen to myself, and you know what? I wasn't by my phone when that tanked to 225 again. No worries. I only had 250 shares short because I was looking, once we cracked 225, I was going to add. I wanted to add at this 250, but we kept making higher support, so I didn't add. Because if this 225 doesn't crack, the only place it goes is up. So that was my AIM trade. Like I say, this wasn't the greatest trade I had, but I think I sized in perfect for it, because when this thing did rip to the upside, like I said, I only had 250 shares, because there's always that potential. If this holds the support, it only goes up. I talked about that in my last video, and I actually I believe I talked about this trade yesterday. I'm not quite sure, but I thought I did. But anyhow, that was AIM's trade. So, like I said, if I would have just covered at 225, 226, 227, I would have made a little bit of profit, but I wouldn't have had a red day today, I guess. So I'll be definitely looking at, this is going to be my play tomorrow. I'll definitely be looking at this. If we can't crack this 310, it comes back to 266. And if 266 cracks, it comes back to 224. So, and if we crack 310, we have the possibility of going all the way back up here to 347, and then we can go even higher. If you look at the 1 year, there's going to be some resistance at 370, and then there's a gap at 385. After this gap, I mean, sky's the limit. So them are going to be some big areas. So just watch out, be watching for this 310 area. If this 310 area turns into support and just blows past it, the stock's only going to go up. If it can't break this 310 area, great place to short, and you want to be covering, like I say, 266 right here. That's where you want to be covering. 310 can't break, it comes back to 266. So enough with AIM. That was the blah. I'll go to the other trade that I made. So SFET. This one I thought was a pretty good short. If I go on history, oh, too far. My bad. So the history of this is what I was really playing off of. This is what really caught my attention, was this candle. So 154, and it went all the way to 359. I was like, wow. And it closed super weak. So I'm like, okay. Like, that's kind of, this is what's in the back of my mind. Like, the stock's not really known for holding up, but, you know, it can. I'm not saying like this is gonna happen, but so this one was more of a. I think it's gonna close weak. That's what the chart tells me. But this one was more kind of a support resistance, I guess. So right up here, I didn't trade this out of the get-go. It looks like we got to high of 370. Oh. And then if you look at that, check this out. I just noticed this. So right here, 360. So yeah, 360-ish. That's pretty close. So I got to high at 370 and it pulls back. And I'm like, okay, I already know this. I already know what's going to happen. Everybody right here that's going to be short is going to start thinking this thing's just going to tank and it's going to rip. So I waited for the retest. And once we couldn't break over these highs, that's when I got short. So I got short, I think around $3. And then I ended up covering. I had an order set at 250. And the reason why I had an order set at 250s is because right here, 240s to 250s, this is your major support. So as soon as I got in this trade, I just set my order to get covered, to fill my order at 250. Because if 250 holds, it only goes up. And guess what? It went up. So I covered here, and then I waited, and then I seen the shorts get squeezed. We broke the high. So this high is 369. So we broke out of this high. Shorts got squeezed. And then right away, it just falls right through again. I'm like, interesting. And we come back down. 283. Now we're making, higher support. Now your support's right here. So, and then a retest. And I'm like, So what I was thinking this thing was going to do was right here. Come up, retest, have a higher low, and then crack. And that's exactly what it did. But I didn't take the short, and I stayed out of the trade. And that was my trade on SFET. All in all, I mean, this was a good trade. I wish I would have taken this short up here, but you know what? There's always tomorrow. And then I closed the week just like it predicted. So I missed a really good opportunity on this one right here. This $3.60 to $4 range. Could have risked 25 cents to make $2 a share. I mean, it is what it is. The other play, let's see here. Which one was that? Oh yeah, vvus. So this one I didn't even trade, but I just want to show you something. So check this out. So you see my thing this morning on this. I said if this 273 cracks, it goes to 240, then to 210, and then obviously it's done. But man, look at that. I mean, 258. I had mine at 273, pretty much right at this low right here. It's where I was calling out at 5 o'clock this morning. And then, yeah, I didn't take the trade. I didn't know it was just going to tank like this. Obviously, the insider just sold. But, yeah, I missed out on that opportunity. But I was dead nuts on where the stock was headed. Just like that AIM, I was dead nuts on where the stock was headed. But I didn't even listen to myself. I didn't tell myself, hey, if this 225 holds, it's only going to go higher. But you know what? I learn something new every day. But the good thing of this is that, at 5 o'clock this morning, I'm like, hey, I know exactly where I want to get short, and I know exactly where this price is headed. So that's a good thing. Let's see here. I'll show you my P&L. So less than my P&L, I lost $132 today. Not bad. I thought I kept the I thought I kept the losses fairly small. But like I say, this is going to be the play for me tomorrow with this 310 area. But we'll have to wait to see how this reacts. I mean, it might just blow past 310 and blow past right through 347 and move higher. If this 310 turns into support, I will probably be long on this stock. If this 310 holds as resistance, I will be short in this stock. So it all depends on tomorrow what this does at this level. That's going to be a big level for this stock. So, all in all, not a terrible loss. Like I say, I thought I managed the risk pretty well on all my trades. And, yeah, we'll get it tomorrow. And till then, peace.